congratulations for making it to the finalists. And then briefly tell us about Naledi. Who's Naledi Ngwato and why is she a finalist with the SAWIL Trailblazers Awards?
Oh, Naledi Ngwato is a young girl, 35 years old, young girl who was born and bred in Botswana. She's a pilot, a mother and a wife, married to another pilot as well. And I'm currently employed with Fly Dubai. And why am I a finalist right now? I'm stunned myself. I'm actually still in awe of all this that is happening. But I believe it's because of the impact that I've had in my community in Botswana, and also my contribution to the youth of Botswana, to the youth of my community at large as well, to uplifting them, to inspire them as well, and also to prove to them that there is no limit to what they can do, more especially the girl child, and also that they can do anything. Being a pilot is something that a woman can also do, and it's something that they shouldn't be limited to other jobs as for like being a nurse or something else, but they also should try out things that can challenge them as women and as girls.
Now, Naledi, I think I'm right in saying that flying is still very male dominated. I'm
Yes.
not sure about Botswana, how many female pilots there are, but what would be your recipe for success? How did you get into what historically has been a very limited opportunity for women?
It's very limited for sure. And I would say for me, mostly, I have a resilient spirit. I have a very resilient spirit, and being a pilot let me say, our small office is the flight deck. We're only two in there, and most of the time is the captain and the first officer. And where I used to work in Everton, I worked there for 9 years. It was almost like we had two lady captains. By the time I left, there were two, but most of the time it was mostly men. So sitting next to a man all the time, they are right there undermining you, undermining whatever you come up with, your suggestion and stuff like that. So having resilient and also being resilient and also being knowledgeable in what you're doing and in every aspect of whatever that is happening in aircraft, having knowledge of what you are supposed to be doing and what is supposed to be done is what kept me going in the aviation industry.
And why aviation, Naledi? What drew you to that in the first place?
I've always been against everything that they say, okay, well, in our society, but everything that they say, this is for boys, that should be done by boys, this can only be for boys and stuff like that. So I've always been fighting against that since I was a young girl. And also I grew up in a township, and where we are, like where my parents' houses is right by the downwind, or should I say where the aircraft pass when they go to land. And I used to see these aircrafts, and I knew that we can't afford to fly. I thought flying is just something that is out of this world. No one can actually, just a normal girl from the township can't get in there. But I made sure that the only way I can get in there is for me to be working in there and for me to be flying that thing, commanding that thing. So that's why I went for it.
Fantastic. I see that you've had tremendous support from the Botswanan community, which is fantastic. Tell us more now about the investment you're making in the generation that's coming behind you. You've alluded to that, but maybe give us some more specifics about what you're doing in that context, please, Naledi.
Okay. Generally, I would say this platform right here, these awards and nominations, for me, they came as a blessing, honestly, because I've been trying to reach out to as many young girls as possible, as many young people as possible, to try to motivate them, to try to encourage them that you shouldn't give up. And this platform right now has put me out there, has opened so many doors. Even in Botswana, like even the government notices that I'm there, and I'm somebody that is bringing in something. And for me, it's a blessing, honestly. And it's opening those doors, and I'm definitely going to use them to drive through the passion of having young people do the most with their lives instead of settling for being in the streets and all that. And the other thing in Botswana is that the system of our education is the one that it puts people in they end up studying the courses that they're not really passionate about. And that thing really kills them more, kills a lot of youth. And you find that somebody has done nursing, yet they wanted to be an engineer or they wanted to be a pilot because they were sponsored by the government. They didn't have a choice. So what I'm doing is going out there in schools. So some of them, they don't even know that there's such a thing as being a pilot. So what I've been working on, it was supposed to start in July. Unfortunately, because of this COVID, I got stuck this side. I was working on going into schools, doing the career fairs, talking to young people about all these other careers. I had arranged doctors, and some of them are just entrepreneurs. They own their own businesses, so that we can go there as a group and just talk to young people about everything that we are doing as individuals, so that they know that there's no limit actually into what they can do. And also there's what the government is offering, there's actually more to that than the normal thing. Don't settle to be a teacher because everyone in your village is a teacher.
Now, Lily, I've heard you mention two things. You've mentioned resilience and you've mentioned a very, very keen passion. What would you say now in terms of, we like to talk about pearls of wisdom. So advice, tips, recommendations for somebody watching who's maybe, 18, 19, 20, who's looking to begin this next phase of their career or their life. What would you say to them now?
I would say that there are opportunities everywhere. It just depends where you're looking. Everywhere there's an opportunity, and what if you're only focused on one thing? Like, okay, I want to start a business selling sweets. If you're only looking at selling sweets, where yet there's an opportunity of selling bread, that's what you're going to be looking at. That's what you're going to fail because you are looking at that opportunity and it didn't come. But then if you broaden up your vision, if you broaden up whatever that you want to do, then you can see that or look inside of you. Try to find the passion in what you are passionate about. Then you drive that through. That's what can drive. That's what can get you to your destiny. And also, I believe that there's no great man that became great out of nothing. Every great man needed a platform to be ascended to his greatness. And that's what we need. And that's what people should be looking for. Those opportunities that they provide that platform, as I got this platform myself.
Naledi, are you back in the air, or are you one of those pilots that's remained grounded with everything that's happening with the pandemic? Where are you right now? What's happening in terms of your flying?
Currently, I've applied for extended leave. Extended leave is something that our company will offered us to take in order to reduce the number of pilots who are just sitting on the ground getting all the salary. So according to me, I just felt this is the least I can do to help the company. They are paying part of the salary, and that's good enough for us. We can survive on that because honestly, my company has been the best in considering the pilots or their employees together with everybody else that is working there. They have tried by all means not to cut out employees like other companies have been doing. So I've been grateful for that, and I feel it's a blessing. And right now, I'm still on the ground. I'm not flying until January. Then I'll be flying.
Well, you've shown tremendous resilience there as well. Naledi Ngwato, thank you very much. And on behalf of the SAWIL Trailblazers Awards, we want to wish you every success with this nomination.